Wout Weghorst, the only signing that United have only made in the January transfer window, and maybe we never know, we might get surprised, as Ten Hag really talked about it in the pretty much press conference against Arsenal, that he's been looking in for other attacking options, and Fabrizio went ahead to really confirm it in his YouTube video did in the morning, has gone out and really sent a very huge warning to Arsenal that we are coming, and he has given us a reason as to why he never really looked great in the game of Crystal Palace. And obviously we are talking about the squad of United that has really traveled to London, who is in, who is out. And then we're going to talk about Harry Maguire saying that really feels bad if at all he's not started into that game of football of Manchester United. So guys, welcome to United Matters channel. Rock and David is my name. Smash the like button, comment and share. And obviously we are here to really let you know about Weghorst ready to torment Arsenal at the Emirates. So smash the like button, guys. Don't forget to smash the black button that has the word subscribe. After smashing it, hit the notification bell. That will enable you get notified every time I upload a video onto our channel. And this is United Matters channel. We all know that tomorrow it's all about Arsenal versus Manchester United at Emirates, a stadium that we've not been winning there a lot lately, because last time we are beaten there by 3-1. Saka, Nuno Tavares and Grant Xhaka scoring 3, and Ronaldo pulled one back when the game was still 2-0, and then it was a 2-1. Then towards the 80th minute, Xhaka scored the third goal that really saw United being beaten by Arsenal. Now, let's get into the squad that Ten Hag has really named to go on and really follow him up with to London. Remember, for the second time in the row in a period of just 4 days, we've traveled to London twice. On Wednesday, we were in London. We played against Crystal Palace. We got a 1-1 draw. Now we are going to Arsenal. So squad members for the Arsenal game of Manchester United included David De Gea, Tom Heaton, Butland. Those are 3 goalkeepers. Then Aaron Wan-Bissaka, Varane, Martinez, Lindelof, Harry Maguire, Sio, Malacia, Scott McTominay, Kobe Mainoo, Freddie, Ericsson, Fernandes, Elanga, Anthony Pelestri, Garnacho, Rashford and Weghorst are the players that Ten Hag has really traveled with to London to see to it that really finds out the best out of his team of Manchester United. So that is the confirmed squad of United that has really traveled with Eric Ten Hag to see to it that they really get a result that would keep us into the title race if at all we find ourselves into that position. Now, photos of these players have been really pictured, and those are players of United pictured around London as today, as they really jetted to where they are going to spend the night to see to it that they really find themselves into a better condition. I see this as Butland, this is Lindelof, Rashford, this is Weghorst. So those are the only 3 players of United that can really recognize, but the rest I cannot recognize them. But obviously this one looks like Luke Shaw, but I don't know exactly whether he is the one. Then Licha, Lisandro Martinez, obviously trying to board the plane to London, and this is Facundo Pelestri and Kobe Mainoo behind him as they traveled to London for that game that we are all waiting for tomorrow at exactly, is it 7:30? That's what is really going to be the time when that game of football is going to be aired on your televisions. Now we are having Manchester United Evening News are telling us that Anthony Martial and Diego Dallo are set to miss United's trip to Arsenal on Sunday. The duo were not seen among the traveling squad. Obviously, for Diego Dallo, we don't know when he's going to return because he pulled a hamstring again when you're playing Charlton, and he is really out. Anthony Martial, he never even played or took part into the game of Crystal Palace. After playing 45 minutes against Manchester City at Old Trafford, he never really returned, and that means he has really gotten an injury again. So ever since Ten Hag came in through, Anthony Martial has got like 6 different injuries that have kept him for a month, 2 weeks, and he has not gone ahead to really be consistent into this game of football. I love Martial a lot, but I believe if his season goes ahead to be like this, and the physios cannot find, and the physios at Manchester United can't find a solution for him, it's better we let him go. He's earning £250,000 a week, injury-prone player. We can't really resonate our season onto a player like Anthony Martial. We can't really base our season on Anthony Martial because Anton Martial in the City game, if he came back and played close to 60 minutes, I believe City wouldn't have scored that goal because it would have been the same style of play. Anton Martial was off. Akanji and Nathan Ake were really two additional attackers onto the side of City, and they attacked us like never before. You get? Game of Crystal Palace, I believe Martial would have played a very big part because his hold-up play can create space for Marcus Rashford to go ahead and really exploit those spaces that the opponents are really putting up. That's why you see to it that ever since return from the World Cup, Rashford has been scoring goals because Martial has been really a person who is creating that space for him. So Martial needs to really find himself fit. If not, I think it's time we let him go. I love him a lot. I've been an advocate of him for very many times, and people who have been speaking to me about him know it very well. But he has always called to be the lead man. Ten Hag has really given him the chance to be the final man. The results are not really coming out the way the manager wants them to be, because if you want to be the main man, you have to play 90% of the games of Manchester United. And if at all he finds himself fit, he can go ahead and really score goals. But it looks nasty for him. I believe he needs to find a solution to his injuries, because I've seen players like him getting injured, like Thomas Partey at Arsenal. He used to play 3-5 games, then he gets injured, but they found a solution to him ever since he played the game of Brentford around, was it September? Towards the end of September, he has never gotten an injury. He has played those games. He went to the World Cup. He played for Ghana 3 games. He returned for Arsenal and is playing those games. So I think we need the physios to find exactly what's really putting this man, Anton Martial, on long injuries in and out. Then for Diego Dela, I cannot blame him because he played so much football. Ever since the season started, he had not missed out a single game of Manchester United, not until he went to the World Cup and came back injured. That's when Bissaka came in through and really played into that role. So for him, it's okay to see to it that he really does the needful. Now, that's all about the squad of United that traveled to a side known as London. Tomorrow, it's the big one, United being hosted by Arsenal at the Emirates. Now, Weghorst has been speaking to the Football Daily about how everything really has been going through, and obviously about the game of United versus Arsenal. But before he really said about the Sunday game, he said on the moment he was told United wanted him, it was already quite late. I was texting a little bit with my agent because I was not so happy with the training session and was a little bit complaining and I was a little bit complaining, to be honest, meaning that he was not okay with the training at Besiktas. This is Weghorst, but obviously he found himself in a situation that the agent came in through and we told him the good news that, oh, United is really interested in you. Should we go to Manchester United? Weghorst said, all right, I'm not okay at being at Besiktas. United is one of the big clubs in the world. Why not go to Manchester United? Then he went ahead to let us know that when you are walking around here at Carrington and in the gym, you see the big Manchester United logo above you. You can play hard and play relaxed, but no, it's something special. I'm very proud. I'm going to give everything for this club. So, giving everything to this club, he's also indicating scoring against Arsenal. If at all he says he's going to give everything to his club, that means the game against Arsenal is really one of those. He should announce himself that I've arrived at Manchester United because this is what I can do, because I've gone ahead to really be here. So he's really so special. He likes the club and is willing to die for the club of Manchester United and put his body on the line. And Erik ten Hag won't use him sparingly because he's the only striker he has got. Martial is really out of this game. Unless otherwise, Martial has not been pictured, but he was not seen by the Manchester Evening News. And he never trained. He never trained on Thursday. He never trained on Friday. Even today morning, he has not been seen in the training of Manchester United. How can he really show up into the game of Arsenal when he has not been training? That means he's out of this game of football, and he might find Weghorst leading the line for Manchester United alongside Marcus Rashford playing on the left and Bruno Fernandes playing off the right as attacking midfielders for the team of Manchester United to take on a side known as Arsenal. Now, this is the most important bit where Weghorst came out and really sent Arsenal a message that stay warned. Then, very many people were outside there talking about him not having impressed in the game of Crystal Palace, but he has gone ahead and really silenced them. And this is what he told them, that I trained once with the whole team before the match of Palace. I did my best. The room for improvement is there, but I was satisfied. And everyone who came out and criticized Weghorst for having not played very well, then you are ill and you don't know the game of football. First and foremost, the goal we score, it's Weghorst's run that he makes towards the mouth of the goal that creates that space for Bruno Fernandes, hence a cutback from Eriksson. Almost Bruno was like taking a penalty. Secondly, did you see his one touch? You get his one touch of really receiving that ball and then passes into these United players that really broke into very many counterattacks that we never really capitalized on to really hit Crystal Palace. And I think people need to watch this man a lot. You know, people know that to go ahead and really be important, you should go ahead and really score a goal, but it's known all day for scoring goals. It's all about you coming out and really doing the needful for the club by really doing the pressing bit. He was pressing very well. Secondly, his first touch is really great. The way he receives that ball, I think it's really marvelous, and you should go ahead and really talk about it as you go ahead and really play against Arsenal. Watch this guy a lot. Put your eyes onto him. Pay every attention to the detail he's going to do on the ball, and then you'll come back here when the game is done. You'll hail me that Rokani, you told us the truth about the man known as Weghorst. Now, on the Sunday game against Arsenal, Sunday is a big game for us. To close the gap, we are ready. I'm ready. And as I said, I hope to score my first goal as soon as possible. So, Weghorst has said he's going to score his first goal against Arsenal. That is the biggest warning. And in the game of football, never say never. Everything is possible. I believe with the way Arsenal are really going to be playing, it's really going to help United to really calibrate out something that can help Weghorst, because I believe he has given us the reason as to why the cohesion with the team and the rhythm was not all that to the level expected against Crystal Palace, because he trained once with the team. Now, after that game of Crystal Palace, he has trained on Wednesday, Thursday. He trained on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday with all of the first team. Now they know him very well. I think they've gone ahead to rehearse the corner kicks, all the set pieces, corners, free kicks around the area, and obviously in an open play, when to go in for that long ball to it that he really scores with his header, because one of his strengths is scoring with his head. He makes good runs on the knee and the far post, meaning that they need to know his runs more oftenly, and is really trying to send out a warning to Arsenal that, guys, the reason as to why I never came out and really scored against Crystal Palace is simple. I had only one training session with the team. Now, 3 days of training with the boys, I 100% know that I'm soon scoring my first goal. And he talks this ahead of the game of Arsenal that United is going to be playing away at Emirates tomorrow. So Weghorst wants to score his first goal against Arsenal, and he thinks that it's not far away from him scoring his first goal for Manchester United. So let's wait and see whether his prediction is going to come to pass tomorrow as we play against a side called Arsenal. Now, lastly, let's talk about this man, the captain of the team, the skipper of Manchester United, Harry Maguire. This tweet, he was talking to the Manchester United TV, and obviously he said, obviously everyone wants to start and everyone is disappointed when they don't start a game, but that's how it has to be. We want to play football, but we also have to be ready when called upon ours. Now, talking about being disappointed, you see, with what Erik ten Hag has gone ahead to pull out on the field of play, he has shown Harry Maguire that you are not part of my plans. And if I'm Harry Maguire, I would have been thinking of my next move out of Manchester United. That's it. No reason of him coming out and really telling us that obviously you feel disappointed because everyone wants to start. The fact is, you know that you're going to start minimum games of which the manager will choose for you. Harry Maguire can't match the level at which Ten Hag has really gone ahead to really put trust in Varane, Lisandro Martinez, and Luke Shaw, because that of Luke Shaw was really a juggler and a confirmation to him that you need to pack your bags and leave Manchester United in the summer. Reason being, even a position where you would have played when Lisandro Martinez is not ready, it's Luke Shaw that the manager looks like he's ready to go in and really play that position. So that's the confirmed bit of this, and it is really going all out as a message to Harry Maguire that please don't get disappointed. Just know you are not in the plans of the manager. Even Lindelof is ahead of you in his picking schedule. So don't ever come out and talk about disappointment, because you and disappointment shouldn't be into the same statement of Erik ten Hag and the starting 11. Otherwise, it should be in the same statement with your performances, that most of them have been disappointing for the previous 2 seasons of Manchester United. So as things stand, Harry Maguire is feeling the pressure, but him being the captain, obviously, he just has to pray to it that he win a trophy and lifts it, but no calories he would have put onto those trophies that United are really going ahead and really win. So, thank you very much for watching in through. Tell me what you think about Weghorst sending warning to Arsenal. Then, what are your thoughts about the travelling squad to London that have really gone ahead to name you? What do you think about Martial, injury prone? If the season doesn't really work out well for him, I think it's time we let him go. What are your thoughts? And then we bring another striker. And lastly, tell me your thoughts about Harry Maguire, talking about him being disappointed or no, because he's not being picked by the manager Erik ten Hag. I sign out for now. See you later. I hand you over to the Almighty Lord to bless you abundantly. I'm out.